My name is Claire Bennett. I always believed I had a clear life, a path that was steady, safe, and full of happiness. I had dreams I was chasing, a boyfriend I believed I loved more than anything, and friends who felt like family. I thought my days would always be like this. Waking up to soft sunlight filtering through the blinds, the city humming outside, coffee warming my hands, and the gentle presence of Ethan beside me. But life has a way of showing you the cracks in your perfect picture when you least expect it. It was a rainy Thursday in Chicago, the kind of rain that turns the city into a canvas of blurry lights and wet streets, where reflections shimmer on asphalt like watercolors. I was sitting on my small balcony, wrapped in a soft blanket, holding a mug of steaming coffee. The warmth seeped into my hands, but it could not touch the cold weight pressing against my heart. I waited for Ethan to come home, thinking he would arrive any minute, smiling that familiar smile that always made my world feel lighter. Ethan, my boyfriend of 4 years, smart, funny, endlessly charming. His laugh could lift anyone's mood. He had a way of making me feel like I was the only person that mattered, like my thoughts and dreams were his world too. He worked as a software developer, often late into the night, and I admired his dedication. I remembered the first time he kissed me under the autumn leaves in Lincoln Park, the crisp golden air swirling around us, his hand brushing mine nervously, the shy smile on his face that seemed to say, "I've been waiting for this moment my whole life." I had thought then, as I often did, that this was forever, that we would always be like this, two hearts perfectly aligned. But over the past few months, things had changed. Ethan began avoiding my gaze. He came home later than usual, sometimes smelling faintly of someone else's cologne. His smiles became rare, mechanical. The hugs that once felt like home were now perfunctory, absent of warmth. I told myself it was stress, deadlines, life pressing down on him, but my instincts whispered otherwise. Something was wrong. That evening, I noticed his phone buzzing constantly, a small, flashing beacon I had never seen before. He hid it quickly when I approached, and for the first time in weeks, I saw a flicker of nervousness in his eyes. A new cologne lingered in the air, sharp and unfamiliar, and the scent unsettled me more than the storm outside. I tried to tell myself I was imagining things, that maybe my mind was conjuring shadows where there were none. But curiosity is a dangerous thing, and worry is a seed that grows quickly in silence. While he was in the shower, I picked up his phone. My hands shook, trembling uncontrollably. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't stop myself. And there it was, a conversation with a woman named Vanessa. Flirty messages, photos he sent her, words I thought only belonged to me. "Last night was amazing. I can't wait to see you again." My chest tightened. My heart felt like it had stopped. I sank onto the couch, coffee forgotten, tears sliding down my cheeks, my lips quivering. Why, Ethan, why? I whispered to no one but the emptiness of the room. I tried to act normal. I cooked dinner, smiled when he complimented me, laughed at his jokes, pretending everything was ordinary while my heart was quietly shattering. That night, when we lay together, I felt his touch warm, familiar, intimate, but it felt hollow. I could feel the truth slipping between us like sand through fingers. Days passed, and I watched him with caution. His phone was never far from his side. He laughed at messages I couldn't see. He wore new clothes, new scents, the kind of things lovers usually share with each other, but he had hidden them from me. I felt like a shadow of myself, moving through a life that no longer felt real. One rainy evening, unable to endure the silence inside me, I followed him. Ethan said he had a meeting at a cafe downtown. I took a taxi, then walked behind his car through puddled streets, heart hammering, rain soaking my coat and hair. He met her there, Vanessa. Red scarf, high heels, laughter that filled the cafe like music. I saw him lean in. I saw her hand brush his casually. It wasn't just betrayal. It was deliberate, casual, a reminder that my love, my trust, had meant nothing. I went home silently. He didn't know I knew. The next morning he handed me coffee. I took it, hands shaking, mind racing. I needed answers, needed truth. That evening, I asked him to sit with me at a quiet cafe. Candlelight flickered on the tables. Soft jazz played in the background. I looked into his eyes, searching for honesty. "Ethan, why?" I asked softly. He tried to explain, stumbled over his words, but nothing sounded true. I I didn't plan it. She was there. It just happened," he said. Just happened? My love, my trust, my everything reduced to a just happened. That night, I left for my friend Lily's apartment. She hugged me, whispered, "You are enough. Don't forget that." I stayed with her for days, letting the tears fall freely, not answering his calls or texts. Ethan sent flowers, apologies, begged, but I didn't reply. I needed time. Time to remember who I was before this pain consumed me. I spent hours walking through the rainy streets, coffee in hand, watching strangers pass, lost in their worlds. I remembered childhood dreams, the small apartment I had decorated myself, the novels I had read curled up on the couch. Slowly, I began to reconnect with myself. Sitting on Lily's rooftop one evening, city lights reflecting in puddles on the streets below, I realized something profound. I had loved him too much, perhaps too blindly, but I also realized I loved myself. No betrayal could take that away. Weeks later, I agreed to meet Ethan at a quiet park bench. He looked tired, guilt written across his face. "I want to fix this, Claire. I'll do whatever it takes," he said. I looked at him, tears brimming. "I don't know if I can trust again. I need time. to love myself first. Months passed. We tried again. Therapy, brutal honesty, patience. Some nights hurt more than others. Some nights I wanted to walk away. Slowly we rebuilt. Not a perfect love story, but a real one. Love isn't just passion or kisses. Love is standing together, facing the cracks, choosing to rebuild only if both are willing. And love yourself first, because no one else can fill that space for you. Today, Ethan and I are still together. We argue. We hurt each other. We fail. But we are trying. Because love isn't just romance. Love is choosing someone every day, even after the pain. And it's also choosing yourself, always, first. I still wake up on rainy mornings, coffee warming my hands, and sometimes I look at him sleeping beside me and remember the storms we survived. We are not perfect, and we never will be. But the honesty we fought for keeps us alive in ways passion never could. This is my story of betrayal, heartbreak, and rediscovery. If you're watching this, remember, your worth is yours, and no one else can take it away. You must choose yourself first, always.